Hey, yeah, we vibing on this shit. Yeah. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They flaunt that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhere between who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah. Hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. But my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah. You already know this is about to be stupid. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, this a new range, new page. Got me in a new country, new stage. I ain't signed no deal, I'm too paid. I do not have chill, I'm too crazy. I do not take L's, I'm too Brady. I might be frosted, I'm not flaky. Don't know what it cost me, it's all gravy. Turn on that faucet and just pay me. Whoa, we gon' get it, bring it back. Maybe Donald is a Mac. Couple bottles, empty glass. New machine, I'm sending facts. Bump the headline, check the facts. I'm not a gangster, but I'm a gorilla. Hop on them drums when I'm feeling J Dilla. Come get your lady, cause I'm a just stiller. How about the range, whoa? Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange, whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, there's no comparison. Black in America, a little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't have mentioned it. That's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist, send him my sentiments. Neck full of sediments. Caught me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Dropped an investment in Silicon Valley. All of this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just scoot to Miami. Drums are so loud that they break in the chassis. King of the grass like a Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors that labels as testing. How about the range, whoa? Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange, whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. How about the range? strange. I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. Hop out the range, whoa. Yeah, I'm feeling strange, whoa. Yeah, it's getting crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, we can find your way, man. Yeah, take a look around you, we can find your way, man. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, on it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think with your head. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk. And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Yeah, talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
He's heating up!
Inconceivable!
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3197 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in that realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes? Bustas, hustlers, and you hoes. It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode, and today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest K2, flexing on all you be.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mix. It's the fucking Catalina wine mix.
Welcome to the show, fam. 3197, Wednesday, February the 5th. And we are heading into a great show. So thanks everyone for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. We had awesome new releases on Monday. Of course, we have new merch. We had a new masterclass that dropped. And of course, new yoga, new recipes, everything available in the all new Swolenormous app. Get access to everything over at swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. Let's jump into today's episode. Welcome, Pam Phoenix. How we doing? PK? Jen, Brian, Loretta, Cerny. Let's jump into today's episode. Are you ready? Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Before we jump into some more accountability texts, reminder that this Saturday, let me just zoom out of that. Wow, that was really big. That's what she said. P3S 13 drops this Saturday. That's February the 8th, February the Ocho. For those of you that speak of the Spanish, for 24 hours, you can pick up your exclusive one-time release, one day only, P3S 13, this Saturday from midnight to midnight. So make sure you are ready to pick up yours. We got the countdown timer ready. It's swolenormousx.com/signature. Again, that's swolenormousx.com/signature to make sure you lock yours down. Limited quantities available, but we got enough for you, Swole fam. So make sure you save that website. And of course, we'll be talking about it over the next couple days because, well, that's what's bumping this week. Let's do this. Let's get into some more accountability texts. I think we got 2 or 3 more. This week, I asked, what is the morning routine that works best for you? What are you doing to improve it? So every single week, I send out an accountability text via Swole text to members and usually ask different questions. Oftentimes is what are you focusing on the most, but sometimes I want to get some specific feedback that I think are going to help the most people. And of course, a morning routine is how you set the tone for the day. We always talk about the evening routine, setting up the morning routine, sure. But when you get to the morning, what do you do and what have you been consistent with and what have you found that works best for you? And of course, it's great reading these responses because everyone has different family setups. Some of you are single, some of you have 3 kids, some of you have 2 jobs, you're working night shift, you're doing different things. So it really helps getting a vast variety of successful routines that can work. And maybe this gives you an idea of something you want to try. And again, you don't know if a certain routine works for you until you try it. It might work for a little bit and then it kind of falls out of it. Cool. Or maybe you have different morning routines. You have a couple different options depending on what time you get up, if it varies, this, that, and the other. So let's see how we can help you improve your life. Today, we got a response to that from Mark. And Mark says, best routine is having not just my alarms set, but making sure my gym clothes and bag are always packed the night before. When I get home from the gym, I usually get my clothes ready for the following day because when I get home from work, I'm pretty tired and I just want to go to bed. But I also have my water bottle filled up the day before as well, so I don't have to spend time at the fountain when I get to the gym. I've been doing this so much that it's now become a habit. And the little things make the difference. And it depends on what kind of gym you go to. If you go to a small gym, maybe it's convenient. Maybe they have good filtered water and it's right next to where you normally train. Sometimes at big commercial gyms, you're on a machine and you have to go across the gym to get to the water fountain, which is ridiculous. But of course, I recommend you bring your own filtered water, electrolytes, all that stuff. But sometimes, you forgot or you were really thirsty and you just want to top it off. That way you don't have to walk across the entire gym. You bring it with you, make sure you have it, and it can save you some time. It happens. Sometimes gyms just don't have a good setup and they get busy. It is what it is, but preparation matters. Sheena says, I am typically not a morning person, but I'm working on becoming one. I've been going to the bed earlier so I can get up earlier. I start off by doing some yoga to loosen up, and if I have time, I'll go for a walk. Then I have my coffee and start work. This is much easier on the days where I don't have to go to the office since I have more time. On in-office days, I have to get up even earlier to get these things done, but that's a work in progress. Good stuff. And of course, you want to get up early, you got to go to sleep early. Again, morning routine starts the night before. Steven says, I'm up at 5 a.m., no phone or TV, drink some electrolytes while doing some light stretching before heading to the gym by 5:45. Really focusing on quality sleep so I wake up refreshed and not needing caffeine right away in the morning. Let's go. Let's go indeed. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're going to jump right into some questions, some knowledge cock. Again, we have things like the email list. If you're not on the email list, go to makeemailswoleagain.com. We're sending out several emails a week, and trust me, you don't want to miss out on that because it's great. You're scrolling your email, maybe you're checking out a couple bills, you got a couple promotions in there, you're just clearing out your inbox. You also have some knowledge cock in there just to make sure you're staying focused on your 7 pillars. So go to makeemailswoleagain.com and sign up for the email list. We'll take some questions. Drop them in the comments down below. Of course, we got some videos. We got some stuff we're going to check out on the interwebs. So it's going to be a good time. But you can start right now. Drop your comments in the questions down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And if you're watching, just following in on Instagram Live, this is the Daily Swole episode 3197. Link is in the bio if you're watching on the Real Papa Swolio channel, and you can follow over on Rumble. You can follow on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and catch the whole show because we're just going to be here for the question portion. So drop your questions in the comments down below. We'll take the first one from Dennis Turna from Instagram Stories. Dennis is asking, Papa Swolio, can grass-fed ground beef be as good / healthy / nutritious as grass-fed steak? Differences. So is grass-fed ground beef, and can it be as good as grass-fed and finished steak? And the answer is yes, of course. Now, you might have a certain preference. Obviously, prices are going to be different. Getting grass-fed and finished ground beef might be $5, it might be $7, it might be $9. But obviously, it's going to be less expensive than the same amount, the same volume of steak as a ribeye. Where are you getting your ribeyes from? A pound ribeye could be $25 for a pound. I know it can get expensive. New York strip, tenderloin, you know, the fancier or the more, I guess, expensive cuts. But when you're getting ground beef, you're also getting some things that you might not find in leaner cuts. So there's a lot of different cuts from the cow. But if you are getting ground beef, you're also getting collagen, you're getting some tendons and ligaments, you're getting some more connective tissue because it's all ground up. And of course, when you have ground beef, there's different options. You can make meatballs, you can make patties, you can kind of cook it like a steak and eat it in chunks. So there's a lot of different ways you can utilize ground beef. It's easy, it's less expensive, fast to cook, just like a steak. I mean, these things are really easy to cook. It's really easy and really quick to cook steaks. It's really easy and quick to cook ground beef. So it's a good way to maybe, one, save some money, but also add some variety. There's so much variety with different cuts of meat. Nick says, or asks, Papa Swolio, how about the Democrats melting down yesterday over RFK, Cash, and Tulsi? Yeah, that was pretty cringe. I thought about maybe bringing up a video of Elizabeth Warren screeching or Chuck Schumer playing his best penguin villain role. It's really embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Remember when the Republicans had the Tea Party like years back? This is the low Tea Party. This is the low Tea Party. Bada bing.
Emotional damage.
I mean, everyone giving these speeches is either half dead, retarded, or just an absolute soy boy beta cuck. It's crazy. There's no testosterone to be found in those videos. Anyway, it's a great laugh. We love it. Make America great again. Let's fucking go. Let's get this America soundboard. If you're missing all the soundboards if you're watching on Instagram. You're missing all the soundboards. So if you want to catch it all, Rumble or YouTube, The Daily Swole. If you want to catch it, link is in the bio if you want to follow the podcast and watch the whole show. It's the low Tea Party. All right, John Fernandez. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Papa Swolio, I'm going to start drinking coconut water. Do I need to take it slow like starting bone broth? Read up on it. This water doesn't play. Swole as fuck with nutrients. Yeah, you want to get the best quality you can. Fresh if you can. Organic if you can. You don't want to get additional additives and, you know, all that good stuff. I've never heard of anyone taking it slow. It's just good. It has natural electrolytes in it. So it's a great thing to mix up during your day. You could also split it or cut it. You can mix a little bit of regular filtered water in with your coconut water. Sometimes it can be a little bit rich if you're doing it while you're working out. But it's great. It's another great way to get your electrolytes. And I really encourage everyone, and this has been working great for me, you don't need to be drinking, or in my opinion, you really shouldn't be drinking 2 gallons of water a day. You don't need that much water. You need electrolyte balance. So I encourage everyone to think a little bit more about where they're getting their hydration and get it more from food sources. I'll drink kefir. I'll drink coconut water. I'll put electrolytes in my water, drinking bone broth. You're getting tons of hydration from that, but you're also getting other electrolytes as well. And a lot of times, if you're drinking just plain water, tons and straight, you could still be cramping. You could still actually have more of an imbalance because you're flushing out a lot of electrolytes too. Let's see. Jeremy Beast Mode. This is more a confession for accountability. My diet has not been on point. It's taken a toll on my asthma and gotten serious. I'm kicking into gear and truly going beast mode. Yeah, I mean, cool. I appreciate you sharing, but why is your diet not on point? I thought you were already going beast mode. Why would your diet not be on point? Where are you eating garbage food? Why are you bringing garbage food into your environment? Is it at home? Are you stopping at fast food? Like, give us some more details. Hold yourself accountable. Let's figure this out. No reason to be eating garbage unless you're surrounding yourself with it. Who dis guy? I do understand when you go to the store. Mama Swole and I, we had to stop by a CVS, I think it was. I don't think it was a Walgreens. Maybe it was a Walgreens. Same, but different. And walking out to the checkout. We'll get to who dis guy's question in a second. Walking through checkout. And I haven't been into one of those stores in a while. Holy shit. Seriously, holy shit. And you guys know this. They usually make it so it's a maze. You're walking through a little maze going around. Of course, there's products everywhere. It is literally a maze or a tunnel. It's like Harry Potter, but instead of like the big plants when they're doing the games, right? The Tri-Wizard Cup or whatever it was. Instead of bushes, it's just garbage. It's fucking candy. It's an unbelievable amount of shit. And it's crazy. It's like a fucking tunnel. It goes to the left and it goes to the right and it goes around and it comes back and it goes forward. You have to walk through a maze of poisonous trash. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. It's all garbage. There's nothing good there too. Fucking gross. All right, who this guy? Let's see what we got. Papa Swolio. On my second round of Swole season, recently you've been recommending to train with lower volume. Since Swole season has higher volume programmed into it, is it still worth doing Swole season? Well, do you like it? Are you getting results from it? That's the real question. Now, there's different approaches to training. And of course, maximum Swole requires that close proximity up to and including failure. So the intensity, the training intensity is a lot higher. And of course, it's not that you're not training hard with Swole season, but I say the range and the volume is more geared towards people that maybe don't have the same type of neuromuscular coordination. They don't have the experience with high intensity training to the point of going to failure. And that way you're more ensuring you're incurring more fatigue, but you're ensuring you're getting more stimulating reps. And it gives you more practice with the movements. Now, of course, if you do it properly, even beginners can do upper, lower, or full body and train with proper intensity, but they really have to know what they're doing and be coached properly. It's very hard, and you're not going to be able to use proper loads to failure, especially when you first start. I really do think you should be taking at least a few months before pushing yourself that hard so you can really build up that tendon and ligament strength, so you can really get the coordination, make sure you have proper form, because it's really important that you maintain proper form towards failure. And you'll know the difference between someone who's more advanced and someone who's more first time or more beginner intermediate. Once they're getting closer to failure or towards task failure, their form breaks down. And it breaks down before they actually will hit task failure. You just don't have that ability to push with proper form. So you want to make sure you're not doing sloppy reps going to failure, and doing something with maybe a couple more sets for more volume can ensure that you're getting more of those stimulating reps, even though it will incur more fatigue. So I still think there's applications. And this is why when people ask me, hey, do you recommend or are, deloading weeks? Do I like deloading weeks? Should I deload, or when should I deload? And the answer is you don't have to. If you have, when I say a quality program, it doesn't mean, because we have some slingshot weeks or deload weeks. We name them different things in different programs, but not all the programs. And there's a reason why some of them have them and some of them don't, because I do want to show people, generally people will overdo it, So I want to make sure that people are getting proper recovery. So I'm kind of forcing you to do these different shifts, and then you also get more perspective as to how hard you were training. You come back and you're a lot stronger. It gives you some perspective. Oh, I was training harder than I think I am. And a lot of people chronically overtrain, they chronically under-recover, and they feel normal. That's their new normal because they generally overdo it. They're generally over-fatigued, and they wonder why they're hitting plateaus, but they, in their head, physiologically, they feel normal. But that's just because they are used to feeling fatigued. So pulling back and forcing people based on a program to pull back for a week, oh, wow, now I'm getting stronger. That's a sign that you were overtraining. So then you can come back and learn how your body works and learn what fatigue is. And then you can progress to something that's more high intensity, lower volume, like a maximum swole, which doesn't have, it's not designed for slingshot. It's not designed for deload weeks. If you have a proper program and you're doing it like in maximum swole, you don't need deload. Space Shuttle Door Gunner. Papa Swolio. I recently bought a power cage and started lifting again after 2 years of being a beach. What lifts would you suggest for someone getting back at it after a long time? The same ones I'd recommend someone that wants to make sick gains. Power cage, you could do all sorts of things. I mean, what's wrong with squats, RDLs, or stiff leg deadlifts, or bent over rows, or pull-ups, or inverted rows? I mean, there's any number of things. JM press, chest pressing, incline pressing. There's a lot of different options. You just need to pick something and progress it properly. If you're looking to build strength, you're looking to build muscle, which you should be doing. So what you need to do is figure out your split, pick certain exercise that you like, that target the muscles in the way that feels good for you. Everyone's going to be different. Some people really love only doing barbell work. They really love it. They love only free weights. They make a lot of progress with it, which is totally fine. Cool. It still doesn't change the fact that you can make amazing progress with machines, with dumbbells, with bands, or with chains, and with other things. So these are just tools. You can build muscle with a Smith machine. Like, there's a lot of different options. It's really about picking a stable exercise that you can progressively overload. And if you have a more stable exercise, you're able to overload it more safely. And this is another reason why I like training with machines or Smith machine. It's because with dumbbells, you need to drop them properly or have someone help you load them. There's fatigue involved, like getting the weights into position. Even if it's small, if you're trying to press 100-pound dumbbells or 130-pound dumbbells, you have to get them in position. There's effort to even get started, and there's a risk of injury or dropping the dumbbells. If you're at home, you can dent your floor or break the dumbbells. Some of you have power blocks. You can't really drop them. So how heavy can you go? You have to leave a little bit in the tank, a little bit of energy to get out of the movement safely. Understand? You can't just drop power blocks. Those are adjustable dumbbells and they can get dented. Some of them you can drop, but power blocks you can't. So, there's different options and different tools at your disposal. And there's certain exercise, like for bands, there's certain exercise that bands are going to be great for and some, not as good. For triceps, push downs, bands are fantastic because you want an ascending profile. For glutes, for doing 45-degree hypers with a band, fantastic. So some really good exercise you could do with bands, and some where you're probably better off doing other pieces of equipment, using other pieces of equipment. Ruben, Papa Slowly, should I cut out bread completely? That's going to be up to you. I generally don't recommend people eat bread because unless you're making sourdough at home, most bread's going to be tons of inflammation. Most people are going to get you're not going to get benefits from bread you'll buy at the store overwhelmingly. And there's more downsides than upsides. Not just things like phytic acid, but you're getting a lot of, glyphosate and atrazine and all the sprays and pesticides from the grains, harder to digest. Well, this slice of bread has 8 grams of protein. Yeah, but it's incomplete protein and it's not really easy to digest for your body. You're better off having some eggs. So there are better sources of carbs out there than bread. But again, if you're doing something like sourdough where it's fermented bread, it's kind of like kefir. You might have issues with regular dairy, but kefir and the cultures break down the lactose, so it's easier to digest. Same thing with something like fermented bread, like sourdough. I haven't dabbled a lot with sourdough. I'm aware of it. Mama Swolio really loved to bake. We got together, and she doesn't really bake that much anymore, but she's going to be getting into doing sourdough and stuff. And I'll try it. I'm going to try it and see how I feel, because you can choose different flours. You can choose different things. So I'll try it, see how I feel. And, I'll let you guys know how I like it. I usually just recommend, if there's something I have experience with that I don't like, I'll tell you that I tried it. I don't like it. If there's something that I really think that you probably shouldn't dabble with, I will tell you that, but you can still test these things on your own. So if I like it or not like it, doesn't mean you can't have it. It just might mean that it doesn't work great for me. So we'll see. Again, this is why you do an elimination diet. This is why you test these things. And if you're interested in starting the elimination diet, nutrition jumpstart, we have all that inside the Swolenormous app. So if you're watching on Instagram, check out swolenormousx.com, download the Swolenormous app, and you can really help change your life and change your outcomes and your plateaus by going through our elimination process. You can customize your nutrition. Let's take another question. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Drop in the comments. 555 Mezana. I got a burp. Hold on. It's coming. That wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Papa Swolio, how many days should you work out in a week? That depends. But for intense lifting, you don't need more than 4. 3 to 4 days a week for intense lifting. 5, 6, you start pushing it and you're going to inhibit your ability. If you're able to do 5 or 6, in most cases, you're not training hard enough. You're not training hard enough, or you're not making progress the way you could with less days. And the reason is because of just recovery. Remember, even if you're training upper body on one day, if the next day, let's say Tuesday, you're doing legs, you're doing lower body, you're still fatigued systemically from your upper body training. So you have to understand, when you're doing back-to-back days, the workout that comes after an intense training is always going to be affected by the intense training the day before. Just because it's a different body part, well, my chest and arms are sore, but my legs feel fine. It's the same body. It's the same brain, same organs, same lungs, same heart, same nervous system that was taxed the day before. Remember, what controls muscle contraction? It's your central nervous system. So if you're trying to fire motor neurons, if you're trying to, put out maximum effort, the maximum effort from the day before, albeit different muscles, is still the same system. So you're going to be more fatigued. This is why I like every other day, because then every time you train intensely, even if it's upper rest, lower rest, upper rest, lower rest, or full body rest, upper rest, lower rest, you can mix up full body and lower body, or do only full body. But then every single session, even if you're training muscles, maybe towards the end of the session, you're still coming off a recovery day. So you're more rested than doing back to back. Just some different things I've been playing around with. And for those of you that like to lift every day compulsively, you could still go for a walk and do other things. It might be hard to swallow psychologically, but your body will thank you and you'll make more consistent strength and muscle building progress. Again, if you're exhausting yourself, this is why people feel like they need deload weeks, because they're training 5 days a week and they're wiped out. So I need a recovery week. Well, if you had better programming, you wouldn't have to take a recovery week. Ruben on YouTube, Papa Soy, what's the best warm-up routine? Whatever prepares you and doesn't exhaust you, but prepares you for full-out, max intense effort. Meaning, for me, when I do upper body, and I'll do some of these machines, I don't do a lot of general warm-up. I'll just get on the machine and start prepping. I might swing some clubs for a couple minutes just to kind of like my elbows and wrists. I might do a dead hang, but then I'm getting on my chest machine. I'll put like 1, 2, or 3, depending on the machine plates. And I'll do like a set of 10 or 12, get a little bit of a burn, throw on another plate, do like a rep or 2, maybe throw on another 25, getting close to my mat, like do 1 or 2 reps, get my motor units firing and everything kind of prepared for an all-out effort. And then I put my PR weight or whatever I'm trying to hit. And then I usually go into it after. I'll do a longer recovery period. I'll do like 3, 4, 5 minutes before my one all-out working set if I'm doing one set. And my performance has been fantastic because I'm not exhausting myself before lifting. If you're doing 30 minutes of cardio and then a 15-minute warm-up routine, you might feel like, hey, I'm preparing my joints, X, Y, and Z. A lot of times just procrastinating getting started, and you should be doing more specific warm-ups, and you're just exhausting yourself, and then your training suffers. So you have to be careful. Phoenix says, I was doing 5 to 6 days a week and started having joint pain. Pulled back to 3 to 4 times a week, and it's the sweet spot for me, no joint pain. See, that's fantastic. And yesterday I was talking about not doing too many pushing movements in one workout, where I won't do chest press and overhead press and JM press. It's a lot of repetition with the same type of elbow extension. It's just a lot more pressure and it's just a lot more fatigue, and it's a lot more of the same movement. I'm getting a lot of like the middle head and the short head for triceps when I'm doing my pressing. So it'd probably be better on that day. And I usually will do like a rope or like a long handle extension for triceps. And then on other days, maybe I'm doing a fly or I'm doing a chest press where it doesn't really hit the elbow extension component as much. I might do my JM press there. That way I can progressively overload that a little bit more without the pre-fatigue of doing too many pressing movements before. So usually I'll try to keep it to like 2 pressing movements, where if I do a chest press and I'm doing an overhead shoulder, I'll do a tricep push down with a cable. And then on days where I do a lateral raise with a cable instead of an overhead press, I'll do my JM press with it. So I kind of have found that that's a lot easier on my elbow rather than doing too many similar exercises in the same day. Just spreading it out a little bit and kind of alternating makes a big difference. So what Phoenix was saying about 5 to 6 days a week, I could do it emotionally, but my elbow was bothering me. Now you realize that you're getting recovery. Remember, your tendons attach your muscle to bone, and that's what you're working. That's what's pulling on the joints. So more time. Time is the only thing that's going to heal and help your body repair. So you need to have that rest. And if you are exhausted because you're doing legs, even if it's your elbow, your body is more fatigued. So it compromises your recovery from your upper body workout. So you have to keep that in mind. SXNB22, Papa Swolio, I'm consistent to the gym from the past 1 year. Now I'm facing a lot of injuries, and this makes me demotivated. What should I do now? Get on a better program. You're going to the gym consistently. You're probably doing too much. You're not on a good program. You shouldn't be getting injured all the time. Maybe you need to practice yoga. Maybe you need a better training split, too much volume, poor form. There could be a lot of things. So check us out, swolenormousx.com, and we'll hook you up. Tatiana, Papa Solia, how to train properly if you don't eat fish and meat. Hopefully you eat eggs. Do you eat eggs? Why would you avoid meat? Why would you not eat the most nutrient-dense food on the planet? That's my question. That's my follow-up. Duran Chaparro, Papa Solio, quads routine. You need 2 exercises for quads. Now, actually, I'm going to give 3. Now, this is very basic, fundamental. You should be having some component of these 3 exercises in your routine. This is what I would recommend. It could look different. How much you do of each one, there's a lot of variability there, but it's really 3. If you want thick quads, you should be doing something like you need 1 squat pattern, whether it's barbell squat, front squat, Bulgarian split squat, getting your knees over your toe, or elevating your heel, hack squat, leg press, pendulum squat, any of those, like one of those that's quad focused, you're getting your knees over your toes, a leg extension with, depending on the hip extension, you can lean back and use a seat belt. You can sit upright. That way, with the leg extension, you're going to get a little bit more of the rectus femoris that you won't get with a squat movement. And then the adductor machine. You want to make sure that you're getting your adductors. You're going to get your adductors when you're doing a deep squat, for example, on a linear, you'll get adductors, the posterior portions of the adductor magnus. You'll get adductors when you're doing deep leg press, when you're doing deep hack squat. Not Tom Platt style, but you're doing a hack squat, kind of like how you would do a pendulum squat, heels relatively down, so you're getting deep, and the linear hack squat, whereas a pendulum squat or a banded hack squat, the tension will more match the quads, where it's harder at the top when the quads are strongest. The linear is the same at the bottom as the same as the top. So when you're deeper in a linear leg press or a hack squat, you're getting more overload when you're in the stretch position of the quads. And also when you're that deep, the quads have less leverage. So you're actually going to hit more of those adductors when you're deep in the hole, not glutes, not hamstrings. You're getting adductors. So you're getting those posterior portions of the adductors in those deep squats like Smith machine or linear hack or leg press. And then you'll get more of the anterior portions. When you're doing the seated adductor machine, you're getting more of the front portion of the quads, of the adductors. And if you want thick quads and thick legs, you need big adductors, the inner thigh. A lot of people have that thigh gap. That's going to be a big missing piece for a lot of people. So a leg extension, a squat pattern, and the adductor machine, and you'll get some nice juicy stems. Let's take some more comments here. Martial Arts Mama on Rumble. Papa Swole, I lift 3 times a week. I'm no longer doing 3 to 4 sets of each exercises, and I'm now able to lift heavier weight, and I'm hitting new PRs every week. That's what I'm talking about. How many sets are you doing of each exercise now? Let's see. John says, I did high volume for so long, it was subliminally or part of my identity. Mr. Giant Sets, LOL. I've learned so much from Maximum Swole. So grateful. Man, I used to do a lot of intensifiers like drop sets. I would do higher volume. And I just started getting, after I was lifting so heavy for so many years, and yeah, I'm getting older, so recovery is even more important. But it's just it's the same importance when you're younger. You just notice it more, the subtleties, and you notice the differences more. And I was getting drained. I was sitting there thinking about starting to work out, and I was starting to really just get overwhelmed because I didn't have as much direction as I had used to, because I was doing a lot of different types of training, a ton of club training, and I wasn't really programming anything. I was just kind of doing physical activity for a little while because we just moved to a new place, and I was trying these different types of things, figuring out how I wanted to train. It was kind of a little interim period, but tracking workouts and really being tactical with overloading for strength has just been a game changer. I love it. Martial Arts Mama says, full body, 1 set. Isn't that great? And it's crazy how much you can get done in 1 set and how much it takes out of you. Because I'll feel sore from that 1 all-out set. I'll feel sore sometimes that evening, and the next day I'm like a little, but it's like a deep ache. It's not really a ton of inflammation. And the next day I feel great. And the numbers don't lie. So I've been doing this routine, and so there was like 1 or 2 exercises in between. From maybe 3 or 4 days before, I had done 1 exercise with a chest press. I had 5 plates on each side, and I did 5 reps. And then after like 2 sessions have passed since that, or about, and then I did the same machine, this is like within like a week, the next week, because I was doing chest every other day, different exercise. Instead of 5 plates for 5 reps, I did 5 plates, added a 5, and I did 6 reps. So I added weight and added a repetition. It's just, the improvements are dramatic. And then of course, if you're doing full body and then you start to plateau, you can reanalyze your approach, but you can also go back to upper lower for a little bit. So if you start plateauing with full body, you can switch to upper lower easily. Do a Monday, Tuesday rest, or an every other day upper lower, even for a week or a couple days. You can go back and forth. You could do upper lower rest, full rest, full rest. A lot of different combinations. Tramps on Instagram. Do you stretch before working out? No, you do not want to stretch before working out. Stretching essentially shuts down some of the receptors. You'll lose some of the elasticity and some of that potential energy and that stretch contraction. You'll lose a little bit of that spring. You'll lose strength. You'll compromise strength by doing stretching before. Dynamic stretching is okay. Doing some warm up and preparation sets is okay, but doing static long holds where you're holding a pose for 60 seconds, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do static stretching before training. Nunu, why start bone stock small? Does it make sick? Thank Papa. I'm not sure what you mean. Why start bone stock small? Are you making broth? We have the recipes inside Swolenormous X. I'll use the crock pot and I'll put in like a pound or 2 of, or like a couple pounds of bones, whatever it is. And I make sure I put filtered water. I fill it so it's like covered. And I'll put it on like high to bring it to a simmer, and then I'll turn it down on low to simmer it for like a day or 2. And I'll put in a tablespoon or 2 of Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar because it helps break down the bones a little bit for the broth. I don't know if that's what you were asking, but You said bones. Martial Arts Mama says, it's a total game changer. I've been doing high volume for so long that it still seems crazy to see results when cutting back. Because you're recovering. Remember, you want the stimulus and you want full recovery so you can provide the stimulus again. And if you're able to provide a stimulus when you're at 100% more frequently, you're going to make more frequent progress. I know it makes logical sense, but it's mind-blowing because you're used to training to feel exhausted and sore. And that was how that's how a lot of people measure whether they had a good workout. Are they sore and do they feel tired in the moment? Like, oh my God, I wiped myself out. What a workout. Holy shit. But that's not what gets you progress. Exhausting yourself doesn't make you progress. It's progressive overload. So if you optimize for progressive overload, not for a pump, not for soreness, not for exhaustion, you actually make progress more often. And that's what I like. Papa Swolio, is it true more weight can help reduce fat and restructure? I don't know what you're asking. I can't even answer that. What does that mean? Spitting facts. That's what we do here, man. That's what we do. Why the red lens? Oh, myoswolitis. I don't really want to get into it right now. It's an emotional topic for me, but that's why I'm wearing the glasses. Myoswolitis. Whew. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Because then they'd be bigger than me. All right. Inside joke, kind of. It's just true. Nunu, I was reading about starting small with broth because it can make you sick. Is that true? Oh, starting small. If you're talking about drinking smaller amounts, yeah, don't go from not drinking any kind of bone broth to just pounding bone broth. Start with a small cup. Start with like 6 ounces. It's because there's fat and collagen. And, if you don't have much fat and you're just drinking, or not fat, but if you're just drinking the broth, it depends. But collagen, and sometimes it can just go through you. You might have diarrhea or something because it's liquid. And it's just very, very nutrient dense. It's really great for your gut, for like mobility and motility, for going to the bathroom. So you can imagine if you just go out of nowhere, let me just drink this broth, and you're just pounding broth. It can cause some evacuation, I would say. So just start with a little bit and then see how you feel, and you can add more. Great in the morning when it's cold outside. Of course, it's hot as shit here again, so. Nunuham, if doing one set, what rep count? That depends. You could build muscle with a wide range of reps, but I personally like 4 to 10, 4 to 8. I do lower repetitions. I don't really think it's lower repetitions. I just like training heavier. It's less fatigue. It's more easy. It's easier to gauge your proximity to failure lifting and doing 5 or 6 reps, for example, or 4 reps than trying to aim for 12, 13, or 14 or 15 repetitions. So you're getting less fatigue. It's easier to gauge proximity to failure. The heavier the weight, the less literal failure you need to train to. You could do 0 or 1 RIR and be totally great. The higher repetitions you do, the more fatigue you're incurring, and the closer you just really need to train to failure. So it's a lot more exhaustion. Arvid Howard, Papa Swolio, greetings from Panama. What up? America number 5. Or is that number 4? I forget. Who's excited about the American Strip? The American Strip. The Gaza Strip, we're going to rename it the American Strip. Totally cool. It's going to be the new Vegas. New Las Vegas, I think we're going to call it. So that's pretty awesome. We're going to make Gaza great. I don't know if it's ever been great, so I can't necessarily say that we're making it great again, but we're going to make it great. New Las Vegas, New Vegas. What about that? We should just call it Earth. America 4. New America. I don't know. I feel like we should, because we're going to take Panama too. I appreciate you being here. Greetings to Panama, but we're making canals great again. So we'll be seeing you soon. All right. It's funny because it's true. Nothing like the Gulf of America. And it just makes sense. It should be called the Gulf of America because we have North America, Central America, South America, and there's the Gulf of America. It actually just literally makes sense. It should have always been called that. America 4 is Mars. I get confused. So many sequels. Or is it different, right? Is it like Rocky? We kind of went through 5 and now we're going to rebrand it and do Rocky Balboa and then Creed 1, 2, 4, whatever the hell they're on now. It's like a new series. So I don't know. Maybe we have to change it. We'll start a new, or is it like Star Wars? We're going to do the prequels now. We already started with the prequels. Or are we America 4 or America 3? We're America 1. I don't know. Maybe these are America 4, 5, and 6, and we'll go back and do 1, 2, and 3. And then we're getting to Gaza, and Gaza's like the new, like the Solo movie. Gaza is like the Acolytes. You know, it's like, no one's going to watch it. But, we'll take it anyway. We'll take it, but no one really cares. No one's going to pay attention to it. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Oliver Bernate. Papa Swolio, thoughts on what's better, quinoa, white rice, or brown? If you do anything, get like an organic jasmine white rice. That's what I would eat. Brown rice is a no-go. I don't eat quinoa. But if I'm going to do it, make sure you wash it several times. Apple cider vinegar. There's ways to wash your rice so you're minimizing your arsenic exposure. Captain 20 Chris, Papa Swolio, how much sodium is too much when it comes to dieting? That's a good question. I'd probably say it depends on the individual, but we need a lot of sodium. A lot more. This is where we're talking about electrolytes all the time. Sodium, potassium, magnesium. So yeah, Celtic sea salt. I use it liberally. I mean, I'm taking several grams a day for sure. Again, it's more about electrolyte balance. If you have more electrolytes, you don't need to be chugging water all day. It's okay if your pee is light yellow. It doesn't have to be clear. You shouldn't be pissing 15, 20 times a day like a pregnant woman. You shouldn't be doing that. If you're just chugging straight water, that's usually the problem. People are severely dehydrated or overhydrated. They have too much water relative to electrolytes. So make sure that you're keeping that in mind. That's why I like getting fluid from foods or from coconut water, from raw dairy, adding electrolytes to my food. If you're having bone broth and things like that, you're getting a lot of fluid and you're getting electrolytes. You're getting a lot of other benefits. Salt is great for you. The quality of the salt matters. Nick, Papa Swolio, how many Hollyweird celebs are going to flee after the release of Epstein's client list? Let's go, Pam. Yeah, is she going to release it? What's going on with that? We have to release the Epstein list. Let's go balls deep, fam. So if you're watching, let's get into more stuff. If you're watching on Instagram, click the link in bio and come catch the rest of the show. It's at The Daily Swole on Rumble or YouTube. The link is in my bio. Go click the link in my bio and come watch the rest of the show. Peace out, everyone, on the Instagram live. All right. So I know she wants to. I know she said she was going to, I think, but is that actually happening? That'd be awesome. Yo, the communists, the deep state, the libtards, Hollyweird, people have no idea what's happening. It's hitting them too quick. Trump and his people are literally on point. There's so many things happening, and Elon is vomiting information, and they hate it. How awesome, how transparent. Elon is sharing all this inside stuff. It's inside. We pay the salaries. This is our money. Showing all the scams, all the wasted money. And you know what's really fucked up? You have a lot of people that look at these posts from Elon Musk, and it shows $500 million from, the government or USAID going to news organizations like the BBC or Politico or stuff like that. 500 million here, 100,000 here, 50 billion here, this, that. And Americans are looking at these disgusting displays of corruption while they're having problems with their property taxes, with house insurance, with putting food on the table, with, student loans. Everyone's fucked and watching all these criminals, and they're angry about it. They're fucking angry about it. They're angry that you found out about it. That's why Chuck Schumer is being a ridiculous faggot on TV. They're pissed because you found out. They're pissed because Elon is actually putting it out there. Oh my God, you're telling them our secret. Yeah, fuck you. Bernie Sanders. I can't, with good conscience, vote for RFK for Human Health Secretaries. Oh, he supports these baby onesies. How can you support the baby onesies? Do you support this march? Oh. These absolute... I posted on one of his... I love that you can tell a politician on X to go fuck themselves. I love it. And I take that First Amendment very seriously. I make sure to always tell them to go fuck themselves whenever I can. And I miss my grandparents tremendously, as anyone would. But I commented on his post and I said, I'm glad my grandparents are dead and they don't have to see your absolute decrepit ass burn down the country for me and my kids. Like, I'm so glad, you know, they grew up and he's from New England, New York, and everyone's up there in Vermont and Massachusetts and all these old hags like Elizabeth Warren. And, you know, my grandparents grew up when people were still in the Matrix, you know, read the New York Times and all this stuff, passed in 2016, both of them. And it was right before Trump won. It was right before, you know, all this stuff, you know, really got more exposed. And I'm just so glad that it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. You know, like part of me is glad that they weren't around to see how much they were lied to and scammed. Just gross, just grotesque, absolutely grotesque. Let me read this because I think it's just gross. You have to hear what he said. Now, does everyone here agree 100% with every last thing that RFK has ever said or everything he believes? The answer is probably no. I mean, every last thing. Nor should you. He's a human being. He has certain preferences or certain ideas that maybe you're like, I don't agree with that, but I agree with this. Or bottom line, he wants the truth to come out to make sure, look, our kids are sick. People are sick. Everyone's dying. We're so fat to the point that we have movements for body positivity. We're that fucking fat that there's so many fat people that we have to pretend like, we can't stop this. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's good to be fat. Yay. All right. So let's read this post. I'm going to read you his post after I read you my quote tweet. I said, an absolute embarrassment of a human being. This clown doesn't care about you or your family. Fuck you, Bernie. You're a sellout and a fraud. I love X. I love that. I hope he sees it. I know he won't, but I hope he sees it. Let me read you what he says. He goes, I voted to reject RFK Jr.'s nomination to the head of Health and Human Services, to HHS. I should read it in his. I voted to reject RFK Jr.'s nomination to HHS. I cannot in good conscience support these onesies. I cannot in good conscience support someone who denies and will dilute our public health protections, sow distrust in science, and oversee massive cuts to healthcare programs for vulnerable Americans. And those onesies. Do you support these onesies that says unvaxxed and unafraid?
Go fuck yourself.
All right, let's do a couple other things I've been sharing lately. I've been on a tear. I'm enjoying X a lot. I love free speech, so I go over there to use it. And I shared this from Matthew R. Crater, and I thought it was hilarious. He says, I can't understand why Bill Gates doesn't like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still under 18, and you can take it to a remote island and do anything you want with it. Based! Oh, yeah.
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
Oh, Bill Gates. You're on the list, motherfucker. You're the diddler. I fucking love it. Bitcoin is still under 18, and you can take it to a remote island and do anything you want with it. That's fucked up, but so funny. So fucking funny. I don't think we watched this yesterday. Do we watch the Chuck Schumer shit? Do we watch that fucking old clown? Let's check this out. Chuck Schumer on Doge. The American people will not stand for an unelected secret group to run rampant through the executive branch. Being innovative is good, but Mr. Musk, this isn't a tech startup. These are public institutions. Let's see what this asshole.
And the American people, mark my words, the American people will not stand for an unelected secret group to run rampant through the executive branch. Being innovative is good. But Mr. Musk, this isn't a tech startup. These are public institutions that deal with things like Social Security and Medicare and national defense and provide for the well-being of the American people. And the American people have a right to be part of that debate. Part of that debate.
Dramatic pause.
The elections occurred. And one viewpoint got a few more votes than the other. But that doesn't mean we throw out democracy. That doesn't mean what's been done for centuries in this country should just go out the window and be substituted by a small group of people who think they know a lot more than the wisdom of the American people.
The strangest thing about this, I want to ask you guys, who is he talking to? Who do you think he's talking to? That a couple people know more than the wisdom of the American people. Who are you talking to, bro? The American people voted for this. Do you think the American people didn't know that Elon Musk was going to be appointed to a new organization called Doge and gut the government? With Vivek Ramaswamy, both of them when Vivek was on board with that. Elon being at all these rallies, giving speech. Like, we've known this since Elon publicly went full on behind Trump after J13, after the assassination attempt. What are you talking about, dude? We've been waiting for this for 8 fucking months. The American people have been dying to see this for 8 fucking months. For a lot longer than that, but since Elon was... We've been waiting for this. This is what we voted for. Oh my God, can you believe it? Can you believe that Elon... Yeah, we can. And it's the best thing ever. What are you talking about? So who is he talking to? The wisdom. The American people are doing this to you. That's what we're doing. And they know it. It's called a death rattle. Again, let them keep on. And can I ask you guys something? Why is this dude? Why is Chuck Schumer taking so much of the limelight lately? Does anyone know what's going on with this? Why is all of a sudden Chuck Schumer, they don't have anyone else? They don't have anyone else because he's in tons of clips. He's at all these like rallies or whatever. Not an inspiring figure. Who's rallying behind Chuck Schumer? Again, like, who's he talking to? I'll just leave that out there. Who is he talking to? It's okay if you don't know, because no one does. But that's my point. One more thing before we get into some videos, because this will be, if this actually happened, this would be the greatest achievement of any administration. This would be literally the official golden age of America. So Elon posted a poll, and if you've known anything since Elon bought Twitter and started posting polls, that when there is a mandate via a poll, he actually does it. He's done all the things based on the polls. Should we do this? Cool. That's what we do. Remember when he was like, should I reinstate Alex Jones? And people voted like 98%. So he's like, Vox Populi, Vox Dei. So and this is what he did with this. Would you like Doge to audit the IRS? Yes, fuck yes, or no. I don't know who the 8.1% is that doesn't. Wow, I think it's just trolls and people on the left. of course. So 51.1% said yes, 41% said fuck yes. And Elon shared this post. Like I just said, Vox Populi, Vox Dei. So it's like the word of the people is the word of God, right? In other words, the people have spoken. That's pretty much what it means. The people have spoken, which is amazing, which means it's going to happen. And he knows it should happen. Do you know what's going to happen with this? This is going to blow off. This might get I don't want to get ahead of myself and get too excited, but think about the likely outcome of all of this. You know, they've never passed an audit. Like, all right, they're going to find so much corruption, waste, and bloating that you, me, everyone's paying for. People are going to be fucking furious. And guess what? They're going to demand heads. And I don't mean literally, but that's what stealing money from the people. That's what taxes are. It's theft of your human energy. It's theft of your life. You spend your life, your breaths, your limited breaths on this earth working for money that they print and they debase, they devalue. And they're wasting it. The people are going to want getting rid. We're going to find so much corruption. They're going to shut this shit down. This is just a pipe dream, really optimistic. It's going to be so bad that people are going to lose their fucking mind. Elon objectively is going to be like, this is disgusting. Everyone's going to agree. And they're going to gut it. And as restitution or actual reparations for the American people, abolishing income tax or property tax, that would start an absolute renaissance in this country. All you people that own properties, everyone that owns properties, spending thousands of dollars on property taxes to the government, not having to pay these criminals to waste your money. You're giving them money to fucking throw away, and they're laundering it through these other countries. They're laundering it through the USAID. That's why the Democrats are freaking out, because USAID is essentially a money laundering organization that sends money to foreign. It's used for CIA soft coups. It's used for funding of state propaganda in other countries. It's used for Ukraine. It's the method in which all this money gets funneled through these NGOs, these non-government organizations overseas, and gets returned after going through 10, 15, 20 different other companies and, institutions, comes back to these political parties like the Democrats or Bernie Sanders. And, oh no, it came from the people. It came from the pharmaceutical. It came from the workers, from the employees. It came from the employees, not the companies. I've never received donations from the big pharmaceutical companies. That was from the employees. Yeah, the CEO's an employee. The fucking board of directors they're paid out as employees. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. What do you think a company is, you clown? Just because it doesn't say like, Pfizer LLC on the top. It's all the people that are Pfizer. Like, you have to, again, they think you're stupid. And they treat you like you're stupid. And now they're realizing, oh shit, the people aren't stupid and they're fucking pissed. Elon Musk is naughty. Nope. More. Fucking more. Yeah! This is the longest orgasm I've had I've just been busting for like a week, 2 weeks. Ever since Trump I've just been constant stream, just a river of ejaculate. It hurts, but it hurts good. Like, it's just... And let's see. I saw the mostly peaceful memes. I thought this was funny. Not funny, but just like literally true. So it's a meme. It shows the head with the brain. It shows like kind of the line, like if it went through Trump's head, the assassination attempt on July 13th. So through his brain, civil war, tilted his head a quarter of an inch or a half a degree. Doge audits the IRS. You fucking came for the king. You tried to shoot the devil, shoot him in the back. Yeah, you fucked up. You came for the king and you fucking missed. You fucking missed, and now you are fucked. Carson says, running a couple minutes behind. I think we need a reel of your Bernie impression. Should I start saying go to the fucking gym and do it as like Bernie in my videos? Should I do like Swole, unfat and unafraid? Oh, that's a good. Is that a new shirt? Okay. Yeah. All right, let's do a video. Let's see. Pick a number 1, 2, or 3. It's a new shirt. Same text. I got it. It's Wednesday. We'll drop it. We'll drop it Monday probably. Okay, let's see. Do we pick a number? Do we pick a number? I said 1, 2, or 3. We talked. I ranted a little bit. Pick it. Maybe I missed it. PK, first one that came through. Number 2. Number 2. Let's do this one. Number 2.
What's in the box?
This one's called Escape to Germany. Oh, let's go. Alvita saying.
Telling me that back in the 1930s, my family fled from Germany to escape a Yahtzee regime and came to America for a better life. And now, not even 100 years later, I am trying to flee to Germany from America to escape that same Yahtzee regime. Make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense because you're mentally insane and you're part of a cult. Good luck in Germany. Good luck with those power prices. Good luck with all that. Germany literally ditched their nuclear power and sold all their Bitcoin. So they're idiots. Good luck with all that. But they probably have a nice, they make nice strudels. Get the fuck out of here.
Toast man!
Just be careful how you commute in Germany. Just stay away from those trains. Eh? All right, let's do this one. Number 1, biological variable.
What's in the box?
Biological variable.
I've been thinking a lot about overweight and obesity, and I've been wondering, what is it that made us as in society think we could treat this differently than any other biological variable and any other health risk?
Harry Potter? Harry Potter? Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Scone. You know, she loves her croissants. I don't know what she's talking about. Does anyone know what she's talking about?
Because I've never seen anyone tell me to just try harder and my eyes would be a different color or I might be taller. And I've never had anyone say that they're concerned about my glass of wine they see me drinking at a party because they're just worried about my health. And when someone is diagnosed with high blood pressure
I'm almost done with
high
this.
cholesterol based on biometric data,
Come on, spit it out.
the doctor gives them medication to fix that, to protect their brain, to protect their organs. And no one goes, well, taking that medication is cheating. You should have just tried harder.
You shouldn't take the medication.
That's absolutely what we do when people use medication to control their weight.
Yeah, they're both terrible ideas. You're just trying to look for a quick fix. You're treating the symptoms or trying to lower a number on a chart rather than actually looking at a total encompassing picture of your health and your nutrition, your lifestyle habits. So yeah, you shouldn't be doing either. Numbnuts.
And what exactly was it that empowered us to think that this biological variable, that this health risk should get this extra layer of judgment and pressure?
They're usually the same things. If you have heart disease and all these problems, look, you're probably eating too much cake. I can tell because you don't have a neck. You don't have a neck. You look like a refrigerator with glasses. So that's not a biological variable. That's your habits are next to dog shit. There's 3 more seconds, but I'm done with it. Absolutely done with it.
Shut up, bitch!
All right, let's do one more video. This one's called Sue Trump. Sue me, sue me, sue me, sue me.
What's in the box?
Sue Trump.
How do I go about suing Trump for emotional damage, emotional turmoil?
Oh, that's too easy. Okay. Well,
emotional damage.
You can talk to a lawyer and they're probably going to throw it out of court because no judge is going to waste their time with, he hurt my feelings. Okay. Good luck with that. The judge is going to throw that out in 2 seconds. No lawyer is going to take it. I got to sue Trump because of my feelings. How do I sue? Go talk to a lawyer and they'll tell you they'll kick you out of their fucking office. Get the fuck out of here. Shut up.
He is violating my pursuit of happiness. He's disturbing my peace.
You're just nope. A person cannot disturb your peace based on what they say. Your peace is not disturbed. You are just mentally disturbed. So this is the type of person that thinks that Trump is the issue. She's the problem. Her poor mental health is the problem. That's it. That's it. She's in control of her insanity. And she doesn't want to control it. How many cats do you think she has? What's the over-under on 5 cats? Cool. All right. Good for you.
Crucifixion was good. Out of the door, line on the left, 1 cross each.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
All right. No one controls your happiness but you. Hashtag Make America Swole. Drop in the comments for a chance to win today's Swole card. Fuck yeah! All right. Oh my God. That might be a 10.
I gave it a 10.
And that's the way.
I
like it. Sunshine.
Oh, that was delicious. Throwback time. Oop, I'm not done. Yes, sir. Wow. I don't know what this one is. Let's do it. Let's see what we got.
And son.
To father.
And daughter.
That's right. This father and daughter used to be mother and son.
That's fucked up.
15-year-old Corey Mason, who loves mascara and lip gloss, was actually born a boy.
I always wanted to be a girl.
And this is the woman who gave birth to Corey and 4 other kids. She never felt comfortable in her female body.
That's strange.
I definitely felt like a boy. I definitely felt like I identified with boys, but I didn't realize it was possible that I could actually be one.
It's not possible!
I said, wow, I'm just like her. I'm a girl trapped in a boy's body.
But you're not though.
39-year-old then started injecting testosterone.
My voice has gotten deeper. I've grown facial hair, even though I shave it now. I felt like I was trapped in a woman's body.
Why do you shave it? There's no such thing as being trapped in another person's body. You take testosterone, you make no gains, your voice does not sound low. That's so crazy. That's the same thing as Ellen Page. How she kind of talks like, this does not sound like a boy. This is how, when women take testosterone, if you talk to any woman that's a bodybuilder, they have this kind of voice. She was saying, my voice got lower. That's what it sounds like when a woman takes testosterone. Do I sound like a man? No, you don't sound like a man. You sound like a woman that has to take a shit or something. That's what you sound like. All right, let's do another one. Doubling up. Let's see what we got here. Let's do this.
Then they probably shouldn't be coming home with me.
Okay, so
Oh! Oh! More chins than a Chinese telephone book.
Like, you're literally saying...
Jesus Christ.
You don't know if someone is worthy of you sleeping with them until you do, like, an arbitrary evaluation of their body size?
If you're morbidly obese, it's generally not attractive to people. Why? Because...
You be the judge.
Most people aren't attracted to someone who's a circle. And they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but usually beauty is something that needs to be achieved. Gross. Grotatious. Holy shit. Yeah, that's... Ja. Jawohl, Herr Doktor. Shoo. Nice. All right, fam. Let's give away today's Swole card. Thanks for being here. Hashtag Make America Swole. Let's take it away. I can't stop eating. Oh. Now, we like butter and tallow, but sometimes you got to put a little Pam on it. All right, give us some Pam. Pam S15, you know, come on down. Da, 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 da. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3197 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. That's fantastic. Congratulations, Pam. We'll send you this wonderful Make America Swole card, fam. That's what I got for Jews today. Go make some sick fucking gains. Reminder, join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today and get started with some of our amazing programs. Start Maximum Swole, Swole Season 90-Day Dash. Try one of our new yoga classes. I mean, we got it all for you, all in one place, and for one low monthly price. And it's fantastic. So we got over there at swolenormousx.com. Look, we got Warrior Flow, the tennis ball. Look at this brand new merch. We got new JM Press Masterclass. We got the new I Don't Really Care, Margaret, Go to the Fucking Gym. We didn't talk enough about that. We didn't talk enough about that new merch. Let me bring that up. Fuck yeah! I Don't Really Care, Margaret, Go to the Fucking Gym. Pick it up over at papaswolio.com. Look at that amazing drop. If you missed Monday or yesterday, don't sleep on that design. I cannot wait to get mine in so I can push it in everyone's face. I cannot wait to rock that in some new videos. What a great design. All time. It's right up there with Lift, Lift, Lift in my opinion. We got the Donald Pump. We got the This Is My Pride flag. I Don't Really Care, Margaret. Go to the fucking gym. Guns, Bacon, and Freedom. I can't believe we're coming up on July 4th. We're coming up on America season. What the fuck? All right, 20% off everything over at papaswolio.com. Jump on the brand new Jacked D Vance design. Maybe that's what JD stands for. Jacked. Jack D Vance. Oh, I like that. Jack D Vance. Go check it out, papaswolio.com, and of course, swolenormousx.com to join the fam. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, my goose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.